Cześć, siemano, z tej strony Jano z kanału Jano Gra i chciałem Cię serdecznie zaprosić na 45. odcinek Let's Playa z gry Fallout 4. Znajduję się teraz w sanktuarium i spróbuję sobie ulepszyć mój karabin praworządną władzę. Wymaga ranga 3 w nauce. Wydawało mi się, że mamy już ten perk. Sprawdzę sobie. A nie, niestety nauka mamy na poziomie dopiero drugim. Dziwne, wydawało mi się, że już ulepszałem to na poziom 3, no ale nic. W takim razie będę się udawał do kryjówki Mercer i będziemy budować zasilanie dla stworzonych przez nas komponentów do teleportera. Jesteśmy już sobie w kryjówce Mercer po małej przerwie i spróbuję zasilić te wszystkie tutaj podzespoły. Generator duży. Zbudujemy sobie go. Teraz brakuje nam materiału jądrowego. Także znów trzeba będzie chyba wrócić po więcej materiału jądrowego do sanktuarium. Tak będzie chyba najszybciej to można zdobyć. Wybaczcie te szybkie podróże w tej z powrotem, no ale troszeczkę nie mam wyjścia. Mam nadzieję, że nie będą zbyt długotrwałe, bo gra chyba ma załadowane tamte otoczenie dość niedawno. No i przeszukamy sobie materiał jądrowy. Mamy ich 11 aż. Wyruszymy sobie z powrotem do kryjówki Mercer. Mamy karabin snajperski. Zbudujemy kolejny duży generator. Teraz znów brakuje nam aluminium. Cholera jasna. Niedługo zabraknie nam miedzi. Ale po tym generatorze już chyba wystarczyłoby nam. Tak, gdybyśmy dobudowali jeszcze jeden, to by nam wystarczyło. Potrzebuję 27 energii. Także zbuduję sobie generator średni jeszcze. I generator mały i powinno wystarczyć. Elektryczność z łączki, przełączki. Aha, czekajcie, to się jakoś dało to podłączyć. Nie, inaczej. Te duże spróbuję do tego podłączyć. To już działa, świetnie. To też działa. No i chyba się nam już udało to wszystko podłączyć.
To make sure this is on the same grid as the rest of the signal interceptor.
Jeszcze raz, co on tutaj powiedział? Muszę zapodpiąć do tej samej sieci co resztę przechwytywacza sygnału. Udało się. Sprawdźmy co powie Desdemona.
The Institute is a huge unknown. Before we can make any plans, we need to do something. What I'm about to tell you is the most closely guarded secret the railroad has. It's time you know you're a patriot.
Patriotcie?
Patriot.
There's a man, or woman, we're not sure, inside the Institute who helps synths escape to freedom. Dozens of synths owe him their lives. We don't know his name. We've never had a way to contact him, so we gave him the code name, Patriot. If your plan works, and you're able to get inside the Institute, we need you to make contact.
Jak się z nim skontaktować?
How can I contact him if you know nothing about him?
Patriot devised a method to communicate with us one way. The plan hinges on us using this method to close the loop and contact him back.
Zrobię co w mojej mocy.
I'll do my best.
Tom's encrypted a message for Patriot's eyes only. Once he sees it, he'll contact you. Until you make contact, and probably after, you need to stay in their good graces. You need to infiltrate them. Can you do that? Can you be our agent on the inside?
Dawaj.
Bring it on.
You can do this. I believe in you. Stand on the platform and I'll give you the holotape. Just plug it into any Institute terminal and wait for the reply. Tom, talk to me.
Booting up the scan sequence. This frequency is only going to work once. You know Wu doesn't make the same mistake twice.
No dobra, stoję już na platformie.
So stand still. You gotta lock in all those molecules of yours. Hopefully we won't miss any. There's only, 60 trillion of them. All right, feeding our baby some juice. Let's see what she's got.
Take this holotape. You needed to contact Patriot.
Oh, man, don't worry. That's all part of the plan.
Tom, do whatever you can to gain their trust. Lie. Tell them what they want to hear. Make up a cover story and sell it.
Come on, I think I got it. Establishing lock on the Institute signet.
Just get all the information you can. About synths, about the Institute's plans. Find their weaknesses. If we can disable or destroy the Institute, we may have to do it. You jack that holotape into any terminal and Patriot will make contact. He has to.
Got the RF. We got it.
Okej.
Save them. Nobody else can.
Now.
No i udało się nam chyba dostać do Instytutu. Tak, jesteśmy już w środku. Błąd, sygnał przekierowany.
Hello.
No
I
witaj.
wondered if you might make it here. You're quite resourceful. I am known as Father. The Institute is under my guidance. I know why you're here. I'd like to discuss things with you face to face. Please, step into the elevator.
Mamy wsiąść do windy w takim razie. No dobrze, wsiądę do niej.
I can only imagine what you've heard, what you think of us. I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression. Welcome to the Institute. This is the reality of the Institute. This place, these people, the work we do. For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival. Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a shared vision of how science can help shape the future. It has never been easy, and our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground. Someday, perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground. There's too much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable. I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone. But that can wait. You are here for a specific, very personal reason. You are here for your son.
No to prawda, przychodzę po syna. O, jest. Czy to Sean?
Sean?
Huh? Yes, I'm Sean.
To naprawdę ty?
Sean? Oh my god. It's really you.
Who are you?
To ja, twój tata.
Sean.
Father, what's
It's
going
me.
on? What's happening?
I'm your dad.
Nic ci nie jest?
Sean, are you okay? You're not hurt, are you?
What's going on? Father? Father!
Otwórz drzwi.
Sean, open the door.
I don't know you. Go away. Father! Father, help me! There's someone here. Help me!
Ojciec?
Who is Father? Where is he?
Father? Father, help me! He's trying to take me! Father? Father, help me!
Sean. S923, recall code Cirrus. Fascinating, but disappointing. The child's responses were not at all what I anticipated. He's a prototype, you understand. We're only just now beginning to explore the effects of extreme emotional stimuli. Please try and keep an open mind. I recognize that you are emotional, and that your journey here has been fraught with challenges. Let's start anew. I am Father. Welcome to the Institute.
To obłęd.
This is insane. All of it.
The degree of trauma you're experiencing right now is understandable. Please, just try to relax. I know this is all difficult to take in.
Gdzie mój syn?
I'll make this very simple. Where is my son?
He's here, in the Institute. Closer than you think. But I need you to realize that this situation is far more complicated than you could have imagined. You have traveled very far, and suffered a great deal to find your son. Well, your tenacity and dedication have been rewarded. It's good to finally meet you, after all this time. It's me. I am Sean. I am your son.
To naprawdę ty?
It's really you. After all this time.
Yes. It's true. In the vault, you had no concept of the passage of time. You were released from your pod and went searching for the son you'd lost. But then you learned that your son was no longer an infant, but a 10-year-old boy. You believed that 10 years had passed. Is it really so hard to accept that it was not 10, but 60 years? That is the reality, and here I am, raised by the Institute, and now its leader.
Ale dlaczego?
But why? Why take a child? Why take you?
Ah, now that's the question, isn't it? Why me? At that time, the year 2227, the Institute had made great strides in synth production. But it was never enough. Scientific curiosity and the goal of perfection drove them ever onward. What they wanted was the perfect machine. So they followed the best example thus far. The human being. Walking, talking, fully articulate, capable of anything.
Potrzebowali obiektów do
So
badań.
the weird science experiments needed specimens. That's why they took you.
In a manner of speaking. Yes. The Institute endeavored to create synthetic organics. The most logical starting point, of course, was human DNA. Plenty of that was available, of course. But it had all become corrupted. In this wasteland, radiation affected everyone. Even in their attempts to shield themselves from the world above, members of the Institute had been exposed. Another source was necessary. But then the Institute found me, after discovering records from Vault 111. An infant, frozen in time, protected from the radiation-induced mutations that had crept into every other human cell in the Commonwealth. I was exactly what they needed. And so it was my DNA that became the basis of the synthetic organics used to create every human-like synth you see today. I am their father. Through science, we are family. The synths, me, and you.
Byłeś tu przez te wszystkie lata?
And you've been down here the whole time?
I have. Yes. I know you must have questions. Please. Anything I can do to help you understand.
Instytut.
So you're in charge of the Institute?
I am the acting director, yes. I spent decades working to reach this point. It's a responsibility I take very seriously. The Institute. It's important. It really is humanity's best hope for the future, no matter what those above ground might think of us.
Boją się was.
They're scared of you, Sean. Scared of the Institute.
People are always frightened by what they don't understand. Ultimately, the Commonwealth has nothing to fear from us. Whatever you've seen or heard, I know I can convince you of that. Just give me time. What else can I say to ease your mind?
Twoja matka.
Mother. She never got to see you grow up?
Yes. What happened to her was... I've gone over the records of the incident, of course. It seems her death was an unfortunate bit of collateral damage.
Wypadek.
Collateral damage? Is that all she was to you?
I forget that it's been such a short time for you. I don't have any direct memories. And I've had my entire life to cope with the loss. Has it always been easy? Of course not. But I've done my best to move on and live my life. For many years, I never questioned who my parents were. I accepted my situation, and that was that. With old age comes regret. And asking what if more often. But what matters now is that you and I have a chance to begin again. What else can I say to ease your mind?
Kellogg.
Kellogg? He worked for you?
Kellogg. He was an Institute asset long before I arrived here. It wasn't until I became director that I learned of all the things he'd done. What kind of man he was.
Wysługiwałeś się nim.
You knew the man was a psychopath, but you used him anyway?
Would you have preferred that I turned him loose on the Commonwealth? At least keeping him on a short leash kept the collateral damage to a minimum. The Institute took advantage of Kellogg's vicious nature. I will freely admit that. Institute technology prolonged his life, and his usefulness far beyond any normal human lifespan. He never failed the Institute, but his cruelty became more apparent with every completed objective. I won't lie. It's no coincidence your path crossed his. It seemed a fitting way to allow you, us, to have some amount of revenge. I know there's more for us to discuss, but the Institute is on the verge of some important breakthroughs. Your presence would be appreciated as we approach them. I've been a part of something amazing here. I've helped to build a life for myself and the people of the Institute. And now, After all these years, you have an opportunity to help with that. Doesn't that intrigue you? Isn't that what you want?
Mam tu zostać?
You want me to stay here? In the Institute?
Yes, that is what I propose. Is it so hard to imagine? The Institute can provide a better life than anything above ground. You've been in the Commonwealth. You've seen what it's like. I assure you that you are better off with us.
I tutaj jest to pytanie takie ważne. Ja się na nie zgodzę. Albo powiem, że nie wiem. Powiem, że jeszcze nie wiem.
I don't know what to do.
I realize that. It's why I'm trying to help you. I hope that you can see that rationally. The Institute is the only thing left in the world that is worth being part of. I simply ask that you give the Institute, me, a chance. A chance to show you what I've been telling you. We really do have humanity's best interests at heart. Will you take that chance?
Dobra, powiem tak, ale to będzie tylko przykrywka do uratowania synków z Instytutu.
All right.
Thank you. The Institute is now your home, as much as it is mine. Please take some time, get to know it. Meet the people you'll be working with. You'll want to introduce yourself to the division heads. Dr. Fillmore in facilities, Dr. Ayo in SRB, Dr. Holdren in bioscience, and finally Dr. Lee in advanced systems. They've all been notified of your arrival, of course. Meet them, and then we'll discuss what comes next.
No dobrze. Sean to jest tylko syn, tak jak widzę. Został odwołany przez ojca.
Sean, about this synth.
You mean the child? It's a fascinating project, really. There are issues to be solved, of course, but we've made remarkable progress.
Robi wrażenie.
Definitely impressive.
Yes, it's pushed our technology to the limit. We've gained some valuable insights in terms of both hardware and software. I'll make sure it's brought back online in the near future. You'll have an opportunity to interact with him further. But I'll admit I'm curious. As a parent looking for a child, looking for the younger version of me, what do you think? Do you think you could love him? Like you would a real boy?
Nic już nie
This
wiem.
is all... It's just too much. I just don't know anymore.
I understand. You've been through quite a lot. I wouldn't claim to know everything you're feeling, but if in some small way the boy's presence can help, I hope you'll keep an open mind.
Sean.
I often wonder what the Institute's founders would think of our accomplishments.
Okej, no to pogadaliśmy trochę z Seanem. No i w następnym odcinku będziemy się zabierać za poznawanie tutaj Instytutu i jego członków. Ale to już w kolejnym odcinku. Dziękuję wam bardzo, że jesteście ze mną. Lajkujcie, komentujcie oraz subujcie. I widzimy się w kolejnym odcinku. Trzymajcie się, na razie.